Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Batavia Muckdog Baseball for the second game of this doubleheader. Before we begin discussion of this game, which will begin shortly, after that rendition of the national anthem, we are just a few minutes away from Game 2 of this doubleheader. The Muckdogs, all-time undefeated against the Niagara Ironbacks, and obviously just the one game that they played. They're going to want to keep that something that they can say after the second game. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Ironbacks in Game 2. There's some similarities, but a few changes in this lineup. Leading off, it'll be the shortstop, Carter Shin. Shin pinch hit in the second game around the fifth inning, so he'll be playing a normal 9 innings, essentially. Batting second and playing third base. Moving from second to third, it'll be Devin Mador back in the lineup. Alex Keene, similar to Shin, pinch hit. He'll be playing right field, starting this one. Batting fourth and playing first base, it'll be Brock Granger. Granger was in the lineup as the catcher in Game 1. Batting fifth, it'll be the new catcher, Marcus Butts. He did not play at all in Game 1. Batting sixth, now the extra hitter, moving from first base to just a batter, it'll be Andrew Bishop. Batting seventh and playing left field, it's Chase Hubble. Hubble was in right field for the first game. Batting eighth and playing center field, it'll be Keanu Cowley. Cowley, new to this matchup. Caden Wilson slides from shortstop to second base. His spot in the lineup doesn't change. Neither does Nolan Phalens. All that changes for him is that he slides from left field to DH. And on the mound for the Muckdogs, it'll be Ethan Papasek. Papasek on for his second outing of the season. He tossed 3 innings, allowing 1 earned run versus Jamestown a week ago today. Shin digs into the box. Papasek ready on the bump. We are ready to get underway with the second game here today, as the Muckdogs look to sweep the doubleheader and improve the record to 5-2 on the young season. Papasek delivers high. That's ball one. We are underway tonight. Bit cloudy. Overcast day. It was the same earlier as Inman. Papasek fires in strike one right there. A chance of some showers in the area, hoping that does not impact this ball game. No rain as of right now. Papasek fires a slider in right there, which is fouled back. The count, 1-2. That one. Ball 2, the count even. On the first batter of the game, Shin. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Papasek yanked it a little bit. That one well up and out. The count 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. That one low and inside, ball 4. Shin is on with a leadoff walk to open this one. A quick contrast already from what we saw in the last game when the Muckdogs, through 7 innings, did not allow a single base on balls. In this one, the leadoff man is on with a walk. Papasek will look to limit the free passes, of course. Last time, had a little bit of difficulty in the first inning finding the zone, but he settled in well as he fires strike 1 right there. It'll be an 0-1 now. That one tapped foul outside of third. It's 0-2 on Mador. Mador, of course, started game 1 as the leadoff hitter. He went 1 for 3 in that one. It'll be interesting to see if they go to a pinch hitter or if this is Mador's day to play a full 14 innings. The pitch outside for ball 1. One, two on the way. Runner goes. The throw down to second from Fesh is not in time. And Shin has stolen a bag. There's a runner on second base with nobody out here in the top of the first. Papasek looks back. Now comes home. That one well outside and low. Fesh corrals it, but the count runs full on Mador. That one outside, ball 4, back-to-back walks to open up this one. And the Ironbacks are in business as Alex Keene, the big power-hitting left-hander, digs into the box. Didn't see a ton of Keene in that first contest. He hit a sharp line drive to shortstop, which Tyler Castrataro caught. Castrataro no longer at shortstop in this one. It'll be Caleb Walker manning that spot. Kanta Ueno moves to second, where Walker was for game 1, as Papasek disengages with the rubber before the first offering home. Keene, a guy who is prone to the strikeout, but that comes when you hit 13 home runs and have the pop that he has. Is that one low and inside? Keene struck out 68 times this season. But again, strikeouts are going to happen when you have pop. He may have struck out 68 times, but he's still at a 309 average, a 412 on base, and a 582 slug. So that makes it easier to sort of shake off the K's when you know what you got, as he smokes one into right center field. More towards center, under it, and making the play is Fry. He throws it to the cutoff man, but the runner advances to third base. That is Shin. Runners on the quarters now with 1 away. Keene puts good wood on it. Has an out, but it is a productive one, as now another fly ball to the outfield like that will produce a run. And the man looking to accomplish something of those sorts is Brock Granger. Granger had a great game in Game 1, went 2 for 3 at the dish, had a single and a double. Papasek comes home with the first pitch. A swing and a miss, strike one. That one, a line drive into right center field. Getting over to it and making the catch. The runner tags and scores. It's a sac fly for Granger. And the Red Wings strike early. They lead 1-0. Marcus Butts now at the plate. The runner goes for second. The throw down is not in time. A stolen base for Matt Orr. Papasek peering in at the sign. He fires home. A breaking ball that clips the inside. It's 1-1. Nice execution of the front door slider right there. Papasek, a guy with a slider that moves a ton. A spin rate at over 3,000 rotations per minute. So that one is tapped to the mound. Papasek can't field it cleanly, and it'll be an infield single. The second that ball hit off the glove of Papasek and he couldn't field it, that was sure to be a base hit. Really tough play, though. Hard to ask for him to make something like that. I mean, he throws the pitch. He puts so much conviction into that. And then he's got to swing to the other side of the mound and pick up a slow dribbler and then field it and fire a perfect throw to first base. It is indeed ruled a base hit for Butts. Runners are at the corners now with 2 away. And it'll be Chase Hubble. Hubble batted 5th in the first game. Here, he hits a ground ball to second base. Ueno. It hits off his glove. He fields, recovers, not in time. An E4 allows the second run of the inning to score. A decently hard hit ground ball. Pretty close to Ueno, just could not get the glove on it cleanly. And the Ironbacks are up 2-0 early in this one as Keanu Cowley, the center fielder, comes to the plate. Appears I was a batter ahead on my some of my call-outs. That's my apologies. Now it's Chase Hubble in the box as he takes ball 1. To correct everything, it was Granger who produced the sac fly. But then after that, it was Marcus Butts who hit an infield single. And then it was Andrew Bishop who's on first base now after the E4. The 1-0 offering is in there for strike 1. One and one on the way. Slider called. Strike 3. Had the count wrong right there. Ethan Papasek gets out of the inning. 2 runs score on 1 hit. After a half inning of play, Niagara leads 2-0. The Muckdogs coming to bat. We're back now from the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Muckdogs lineup that will come to the plate. We've got a few changes from the first game, one of them being Kanta Ueno, who'll bat first. He's the leadoff hitter playing second base. Batting second and playing center field is Brian Fry. Hitting third in the same position in the order, it's the extra hitter, Jackson Inman. He was a third in game one. Batting fourth, and once again manning first base, is Justin Espinal. He slides up 2 spots in the order. Cooper Fesh makes his way into the lineup. He's the catcher in this one. Batting sixth, nothing changes for Braden Reyna. He'll be in left field. He was in right field, bats second in game one. Jacob Vesco, once again in the lineup. He's now in right field. He'll hit seventh. Caleb Walker bats eighth, plays shortstop. Batting ninth, it'll be the designated hitter, Blake Ewing. And rounding out the order is the third baseman, Cameron Koppel. As Kanta Ueno digs into the box, he gets ready to face Ballantyne. Ballantyne hits him on the first pitch. So Hunter Ballantyne, the Brantford, Ontario native, kicks things off by hitting Kanta Ueno, and a runner's on board with nobody out. A bit on your starting pitcher today, Ballantyne. He pitched his freshman season back in 2024 at Bay College Norse, where he was great. He pitched 57 in the third inning, struck out 60 batters, a guy who's got good strikeout stuff. Pitch upstairs, ball one. Another thing with Ballantyne of note, 60 strikeouts to just 19 walks. So a guy who doesn't give out the free pass a lot. He may have hit Ueno right there, but that seems like more of a one-off. Brian Fry, today's hitman of the game, takes strike one. Fry came into the game for Sean Mindas in game one after Mindas left with an injury, and he produced a base hit in his only time to the plate. He takes that one upstairs, the count 2-1. Brian Fry making his 6th start of the year and his 6th different position that he's made a start at. He's played now left field. He's in center field tonight. He's played shortstop, second base, and first base to go along with third. So there's a swing and a miss for strike two on Fry. Only positions left for Fry, right field and catcher, unless we see him on the mound. Then he'd complete all 9. As he swings and misses through that one for strike 3, and there's one away. Ballantyne shows off the good heater to record the first out of the bottom of the first. Now to the plate, it's Jackson Inman. Inman went 1 for 3 in game 1. The one was a triple. He came around to score the first run of the game for the Muckdogs en route to their 5-1 victory. He swings and misses through Ballantyne's first offering, and it's 0-1. Ballantyne, not the biggest guy on the mound. He stands at 5'10", 175 pounds. Inman swings and misses once again, and it's 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 as Ueno is off on the pitch. Inman fouls it away, third base side. They're chasing after it, but it goes out of play. Here comes the pitch. Upstairs for ball one. Ballantyne disengages with the rubber before he brings home the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Ballantyne gets Inman with the heater, and there are two away now. Brings up the red-hot Justin Espinal. Espinal in game one went 1 for 3, but I don't think that tells the story. Every ball was hit extremely well. And going back to last night, he has 2 doubles in his last 4 ABs. And they're not just doubles. They have been smoked. They'll check in on Ueno once again at first. He did run on an earlier pitch that got fouled away. Ueno's going. The throw down to second. Well late. The man who swiped 22 bags at Houghton University this season has one right there, and a runner's in scoring position for Espinal with 2 away. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball. It is through for a base hit. They're going to wave home Ueno. The throw to the plate is late. Kanta scores. Espinal into first with an RBI single. And the Muckdogs have put one on the board. They trail 2-1. Justin Espinal just continues his hot hitting to start the season. Got a pitch he could handle. Snuck it between first and second base. Caden Wilson reached out, just snuck under his glove. And into right field, I should say, as Cooper Fesh digs in and grounds one to first base. High hop, fielded cleanly. Steps on the bag, and the side is retired. But the Batavia Muckdogs score 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 1 runner left on base. And after 1 inning of play, Niagara leads 2-1. As we head to the top of the second inning, Keanu Cowley, the center fielder here in Game 2 for Niagara, takes the plate. Cowley did not appear at all in Game 1. One of just 2 men in this order who didn't receive a plate appearance in that game. He takes a slider for strike 1 to open his first step out of the day. And that one is shot out to first base. Espinal fields on the run, throws behind Papasek, who can't handle it. That one will be an infield single for Cowley, and a runner's on with nobody out to open this second inning. Just a very well-placed ball. Really not all that much you can do right there. Espinal ranged out to make the play. He snared it clean. But at that point, his momentum is going completely the other way. He's trying to hit a moving target in Papasek. It's just a lot to that play. So many different moving parts. Hard to make them all clean, as you saw right there. As Papasek pumps in a fastball for strike 1. In the box now, it's Caden Wilson. Back in Game 1, Wilson went 0 for 1 before Carter Shin took over. That one is lined down the left field line, foul. It's 0-2. Now on the way. Wilson, got it in on the hands, was able to foul it back and stay alive. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Papasek gets the first out on his second strikeout of the day. Nolan Phelan, the 10-hitter in Game 1, the 10-hitter once again here in Game 2. He wasn't left. He's the DH now. Runners off on the pitch. The throw down to second is in time. What a throw from Cooper Fesh to sit down Cowley at second, and nobody is on now with 2 outs. That first pitch from Papasek was a strike, so it's 0-1 now on Phelan. The pitch outside, heater from Papasek. It's 1-1. The 1-1 on the way. Slider paints the outside corner, and it's 1-2. One-two on the way. Breaking ball outside. Count is even at 2 apiece. Papasek gets set. He fires in a ball that's fouled to the backstop. Phelan stays alive. They'll do the 2-2 once again. 2-2 on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Papasek gets him on the breaking ball. And thanks to the caught stealing at second base, there are no runners left on base, no runs, 1 hit after the end of 1.5 innings of play. The Ironbacks lead 2-1.
Hi, what can I get for you? 1 Moscato Ale, please.
Oh, that sounds good.
Here you go.
Hey, you know what? Let me get one of those too.
Hey,
Thank you, good sir.
what is this Muckdog Ale?
Oh, it's actually the official beer of the Batavia Muckdogs. brewed by yours truly, Eli Fish. Come down, stop by and get yourself some drinks, some food, awesome stuff at 109 Main Street.
We're back now for the bottom of the second inning. It's the left fielder in this one, Braden Reyna, who will lead things off. And in the break between innings, I started thinking about something, and I went to do a little research to confirm my thoughts. It's very interesting that the Batavia Muckdogs have scored first in 2 games this season. Here's the pitch. That one in there. 4 strike. The Muckdogs have struck first, scored first twice in a game this season. Those are their 2 losses. 6 games in, the Ironbacks scored first in this one. Reyna swings and misses. The count? 2-1. Albeit the Muckdogs have only played 1 road game, so first inning runs is that one. There's a called strike 2. The Muckdogs don't get the chance to hit first, so when teams score in the first inning against them, they have no chance to strike first. But still, there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Reyna is retired by Ballantyne. Jacob Vesco, designated hitter last game in right field now, comes to the plate. Vesco, in the last game, went 0 for 2, had a sac fly to tie the game in the 4th inning. First pitch on the way. And he pops that up, first base side, taking a few steps, trying to get under it, and making the catch is Granger for a quick second out. Caleb Walker, the shortstop, and this one comes to the plate. Walker started at second base, had an RBI single, as well as an RBI ground out. So he went 1 for 3, had 2 ribbies in the 5-1 Game 1 victory. Looking to continue his strong performance on the day today. Fouls that. First base side out of play. It's 0-1. Here is the 0-1. Fly ball into center field, taking a few steps back and getting under it is Cowley. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. The Muckdogs go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second inning, and after 2 innings of play, it's 2-1 Ironbacks.
My favorite candy is Kit Kat, but I eat the chocolate first and then the wafer.
Favorite candy's got to be Reese's Cups. I'm gonna go with Starburst.
My favorite candy is the Nerds Clusters.
My favorite candy, Sour Skittles.
Mike, man.
They're new. They're called peelers. It's like you peel them and inside it's gummy.
Sour gummy worms.
I would definitely have to go with Quit. Big quick guy. Big chocolate guy.
Favorite candy? Unpopular opinion. 100 grand.
Undisputed champ. Three Musketeers.
Kit Kat.
Starboard.
Thanks.
Cheese cookies and cream. The best one.
I'm gonna go with Twix.
Favorite candy is probably gummy worms.
Reese's Take 5.
They're gummy clusters. Don't get me right.
Sour Patch Kids.
Favorite candy? Japanese kaiju. No competition.
Reese's.
We head to the third inning of play now with the top of the Ironbacks order as Carter Shin comes to the plate. He walked back in the first inning, came around to score. He takes a breaking ball from Papasek for strike one. Papasek on for his third inning of work. His last outing a week ago, he also pitched 3 innings, as there's a slider outside, 1-1. Not also, of course. Papasek has not hit that mark yet. He's got 2 innings pitched, 2 runs. That one, a ground ball. Espinal cuts in front, and that is just unlucky. Infield single, the grass killed that one. Didn't seem like the slowest roller off the bat, but it got into that grass and it just died. It just died, and it's a base hit for Carter Shin to lead off the third inning. Not the hardest hit ball, but it counts as a line drive in the box score, and there's a runner on for Devin Mador. Mador takes that one inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one, chopped foul. Nice slick grab from the third base coach over there. One and one on the way. That one, a fastball up and away. Count goes to 2-1. 2-1. Hit off the end of the bat and fouled to the backstop. Count even at 2s on Mador. Here comes the 2-2. Once again, hit off the end of the bat, foul. Outside of first. Count is still 2-2. Fouled away once again into the netting on the first base side. They'll do it again. Papasek checks on Shin over at first base. He's back easily, and the count still 2-2. No pitch was made. Of course, nothing changes there. 2-2 on the way. That one, a fastball outside, and it's 3-2. Runner goes on the pitch. That one, a fly ball into left field. Under it is Reyna. He makes the catch for the first out. Alex Keene up to the plate for his second at-bat of this game. His third AB of the day. First pitch to him. Ground ball to second. Ueno fields, flips to short for one. Walker had a bit of difficulty getting it out of his glove. Does not make a throw to first to try to turn that double play. There's still 2 away on the fielder's choice. Brock Granger takes that one for strike 1. Granger had a sac fly back in the first inning to put the Ironbacks on the board. There, Papasak finding that rhythm, pumps in another strike. It's 0-2. On its way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ethan Papasak puts another scoreless inning on the board. The Ironbacks get 1 hit, leave 1 runner on base, score no runs, and after 2.5 innings of play, Niagara leads 2-1. As we are now done with Game 1, this is Game 2 of the Muckdog schedule. Let's take a look ahead at the upcoming games. They have a few days off after 3 games in 2 days this weekend. On June 12th, they're back here at Dwyer Stadium. They face Geneva at 6:30. It'll be Arc of Glow giveaway. Then on Saturday, they go on the road to face Elmira. That one will be at 6:30. Then a week from yesterday, so this upcoming Saturday, the Muckdogs are back home versus Jamestown with fireworks post-game. Those fireworks will be presented to you by Oatka Milk Products and Tompkins Bank. On the 15th, the Muckdogs take on Buffalo. It'll begin at 4 p.m. as that'll be a Sunday. It's a week from today. And there will be free Tiny Piney Thundersticks at the game. For Muckdogs tickets to any of these upcoming games, prorated season tickets for the rest of the year, or any ticket for the rest of the year, please call 585-524-2260. We return for the bottom of the 3rd inning with Blake Ewing. Ewing, the 9th hitter in today's lineup. Did not appear in Game 1. He's the DH now for Game 2. Ewing went 1 for 2 with a walk in the miraculous, thrilling comeback victory over the Red Wings last night. He was pinch hit for Braden Reyna after 3 plate appearances. Some defensive alignment changes for the Muckdogs. Not for the Muckdogs. Blake Ewing takes that one outside. The Ironbacks made some defensive alignment changes as Devin Mador moves from third base to shortstop. Brock Granger goes from first to third as Ewing fouls that one to the backstop. It's 1-1. And the extra hitter, Andrew Bishop, takes a glove and slides to first base. The 1-1 is incoming. That one is taken for ball 2. Bryce Bedrosian is the new extra hitter. That one taken for a strike. Bryce Bedrosian is in as the extra hitter. Carter Shin is out of this contest. He ended the day 1-for-1 with a walk and a single. Hope that everything is all right there. Ewing takes that one for a ball, and the count is full. Ballantyne still on the mound for his third inning of work. Three-two pitch on its way. Ball 4. Ewing draws a leadoff walk. Cameron Koppel now steps up to the plate. Koppel didn't hit in last night's game, but he was incredible on the mound. He really righted the ship, pitching 3 2/3 shutout innings as he smokes that one into right field for a base hit. A nice base hit on a loop and line drive from Cameron Koppel. That is his first hit of the season, and runners are on first and second with nobody out as the lineup turns to Kanta Ueno. Ueno, after getting hit by a pitch, stealing a bag, and scoring a run in the first, looks down to Coach Martinez at third, awaiting potentially a signed bunt. We'll see if they let the man swing, if they let the leadoff man swing, or if they get him to sacrifice bunt, move the runners into second and third. He squares the bunt, he pulls back, and takes one just on the outside corner for strike 1. Talking strategy on the mound after that bunt was flashed. Manager Richard Griffin out there. Meeting on the mound is over. We'll see now if Ueno still has the bunt sign on. He does, and it's well outside. He wisely pulls back and evens the count at 1-1. Kanta already sort of teasing that bunt. He wiggles it back. He's already in position. He gets it down and well out of play. He hit it past the first base dugout. First baseman really crashed in hard. Ueno wiggling that bat a little bit. He wanted to push that over his head into right field. Just couldn't quite angle the ball the right way. It flew into the stands. The count now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ballantyne strikes him out, and there's 1 away. The hitman comes back to the plate. It's Brian Fry. Got 2 runners on base, 1 in scoring position. He's got the opportunity to do some damage and knot this one up. He struck out back in the first inning. He flashes bunt. He gets it down. Ballantyne is going to field and throw to first base in time. So the bunt works. Not sure if that was a sacrifice bunt or a bunt for a hit. With 1 out, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to make that going for the sacrifice, as the probability of scoring runs is higher first and second 1 out than second and third 2 out. So that will be ruled as an out. That was definitely a bunt. An attempt at a bunt for a hit. Ground out 1-3. Now Jackson Inman up with runners on second and third. He takes that one low. It's 1-0. Ballantyne steps off the mound, resets as he prepares to deliver the 1-0 to Inman. Here it is. That one inside for ball 2. Inman takes a big cut, misses that one. Count now 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss. Inman lost some type of guard. Not sure if that's a leg or looks like an elbow wrist guard. He straps it back on. The count is even at 2 apiece. A lot of 2s on here. It's two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Ironbacks lead 2-1 to number 2, Jackson Inman. The pitch is upstairs. The count runs full. Ballantyne looks in, nods, gets set. He kicks and fires. That one grounded up the middle, fielded at shortstop. The throw to first base is in time. A strong play right there from Mador, who just shifted from third to shortstop to save at least 1 run. The Muckdogs get 1 hit, leave 2 runners on base after the nifty play up the middle by Mador. And after 3 innings of play, Niagara leads 2-1.
My favorite candy is Kit Kat, but I eat the chocolate first and then the wafer.
Favorite candy's got to be Reese's Cups. I'm gonna go with Starburst.
My favorite candy is the Nerds Clusters.
My favorite candy, Sour Skittles.
Mike and I. They're new. They're called peelers. It's like you peel them and inside it's gummy.
Sour gummy worms.
Definitely have to go with Quit.
it.
quick guy. Big chocolate guy.
Favorite candy? Unpopular opinion, 100 grand.
Undisputed champ, Three Musketeers.
Kit Kat.
Starboard.
Hershey's cookies and cream. That's the best one. I'm gonna go with Twix.
Favorite candy is probably gummy worms.
Reese's Take 5.
They're gummy clusters, don't get me right.
Sour Patch.
Now on to the fourth inning, the final 4 innings of this ball game ahead, as the catcher, Marcus Butts, comes to the plate. Papasek, still on the mound, delivers strike 1 right there. Butts had an infield single back in the first inning. Takes that one high. It's 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. That one popped up right side of the infield. Ueno charges, called off by Vesco, who makes the play, and there's one down. Papasek has gotten into a nice rhythm here. First pitch is fouled away by Bishop. Bishop has been pretty quiet on the day. He's 1 for 4 in total across 2 games. But you know he's got more in that bat. Again, the numbers on him, crazy at Georgia Highlands College, as he finished second team all-conference. As here's the 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Center field. Catch is made by Fry. And 2 quick outs for Papasek here in the 4th. With 2 away, it's Chase Hubble. The left fielder takes one inside. It's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Checks his swing. It's called a strike. Count even at 1 apiece. Papasek delivers that one. Another slider. It's 1-2. Papasek has really gone to the breaking ball to get pitches in the zone. That front door pitch to righties has worked like a charm. That one fouled. And the count is 1-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ethan Papasek pitches a 1-2-3 top of the 4th inning. And after 3.5 innings of play, the Muckdogs trail the Ironbacks 2-1.
Hi, what can I get for you?
One motel jail, please.
Oh, that sounds good.
Here you go.
Hey, you know what? Let me get one of those too.
Hey,
Thank you, good sir.
what is this Muckdog Ale?
Oh, it's actually the official beer of the Batavia Muckdogs, brewed by yours truly, Eli Fish. Come down, stop by, and get yourself some drinks, some food, awesome stuff at 109 Main Street.
The first batter who comes to the plate here now in the bottom of the 4th inning is Justin Espinal. Espinal had an RBI single back in the 1st inning. You take strike 1 from Ballantyne, who's really done a great job in this one. 3 innings pitched, allowed just 2 hits. Last inning escaped a jam without allowing a run. As that breaking ball is outside, it's 1-1. The 2-1 pitch to Espinal, another breaking ball outside. Now it's 2-1. I jumped the gun. Hand up, that's on me. Here is the 2-1 pitch. Espinal fouls it away and evens things up at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 offering. That one, line drive back up the middle, a base hit. Espinal, with his 2nd hit of the day, leads things off. Bottom of the 4th. And now Cooper Fesh comes to the plate. Fesh flashes bunt, gets it down the first base line. They'll tag him out. Espinal advances to 2nd. It's a sack bunt for Cooper Fesh. I'm thinking that probably was an attempt at a base hit. But we'll give him the ground out 3. We'll say that. We'll say that one is a sack bunt. Doesn't count against the batting average, and now Braden Reyna comes to the plate with a man on 2nd base. That one taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Ballantyne steps off. Readjusts his grip on the baseball. Now he gets set. The 0-1 on its way. Reyna grounds it to first base. It's fielded. Stepping on the bag is Bishop. And there are 2 away. Advancing to 3rd base is Espinal. Now with a man on 3rd and 2 away, Jacob Vesco looks to cash in the tying run. He'll have to get a base hit. Unless, of course, a wild pitch or pass ball, send one to the backstop, then Espinal will come home. He's dancing a little bit at 3rd, trying to draw the attention of Ballantyne, maybe get him to make a mistake to the big right-handed hitting Vesco. That one, off the outside corner, it's 1-0. Vesco popped out in foul territory to the first baseman back in the 2nd inning. The 1-0, is a swing and a miss. The count is even at 1s. On the day, Vesco now is 0 for 3. He had that sac fly and an RBI in game 1. The 1-1 pitch popped up foul, first base side out of play. Here comes the 1-2. Up and away. Count is even at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in inning number 4. Vesco up, Caleb Walker on deck. Breaking ball, upstairs, Vesco ducks out of the way of it, and the count is full. Maybe fooled a little bit there, but doesn't matter. Ballantyne couldn't get it down enough. And here comes the 3-2. Fastball low for ball 4. Vesco draws a walk, and runners are at the corners now with 2 down. The shortstop, Caleb Walker, who already has 2 RBIs in a game and a half, looking to add to that line. They'll have a meeting on the mound as the skipper, Richard Griffin, comes out to speak. And now, while they have that meeting, we'll step away for a brief moment. Meeting on the mound, done. Caleb Walker in the box. Runners at the corners. The first pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. The 1-0 on its way. Walker leaves it low, and he's ahead 2-0 now. Ballantyne comes home with the 2-0 pitch. Walker lines it to first base and right at Andrew Bishop. An unfortunate line out right there. And after 4 innings of play, it is 2-1 Niagara lead. We're on to the 5th inning of this one. The second game of a twin bill. 2 7-inning games, just to remind anyone new tuning in. For doubleheaders, it's just 2 7-inning games. The Muckdogs won game 1, 5-1. Ethan Papasek, the starter on the mound, returning for his 5th inning of work. He's gone 4 innings, allowed 2 runs thus far, only 1 earned. So there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Bit of an awkward hack right there from Cowley. The 0-1 pitch, a slider, from Papasek that cuts back, hits the inside corner, and he is really feeling that pitch right now. 0-2. Goes to it once again, why not? Cowley a bit late on it. Just gets a piece of it, fouls it away down the first base line. And now with the amount of sliders that he's thrown, it has to be in the head of the hitters. You wonder, maybe, if he tunnels it with a heater up and in. Goes to the fastball, that one up and outside, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Slider, just getting a piece of it is Keanu Cowley to stay alive. The count remains 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one a fastball upstairs. 2-2 now. Kicks and fires a breaking ball. Fouled first base side. The count now 2-2. Two-two pitch. In the dirt. Count is full. Papasek, ready. Comes on with the payoff. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. Ethan Papasek is dealing on the mound. That is the first out of the top of the 5th. Papasek now going back to the 3rd inning. Has retired 7 straight batters. If you want to go back to the 2nd, he's retired 9 of the last 10 that he's faced, as that one is ball 1. Walked the first 2 batters he faced since then. Has not allowed 1 base on balls, as there is strike 1 on the slider. It's even at 1 apiece. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's inside. 2-1 now. Two one on the way. Fastball foul to the backstop. 2-2 on Caden Wilson. Wilson trying to avoid becoming a victim of the K for the 2nd time versus Papasek. The pitch is lined out to short, 1 hop to Walker. He doesn't field it cleanly. He recovers and throws, but well late. And Caden Wilson will reach on the E6. Now digging in, it's Nolan Phelan. Phelan takes that one outside for ball 1. Off on the pitch is Wilson. The throw to second base is not in time. A close play there. Nice tag there from Ueno to try to get him. Strong throw from Fesh, just led him a little too far to the other side of the base. Couldn't quite grab it, swing back, and lay that tag on in time. Nice slide from Wilson, who advances to second base. The 1-1. Slider outside, 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball low. 3-1 now on the 10-hitter Phelan. On deck is Bryce Bedrosian. Bedrosian, yet to make a plate appearance in this game, came in for Carter Shin. So that one is popped up by Phelan. Running over is Espinal and Fesh, but that one lands harmlessly in the Niagara dugout. Papasek delivers. That one, a swing and a miss, strike 3. He comes back to strike out Phelan for the second out here in the top of the 5th. The lineup flips over for Bryce Bedrosian. Coach Martinez is going to go out to the mound and call to the bullpen. It'll be Evan Hollinsworth taking over. Ethan Papasek tosses 4 2/3. Really strong innings of work. He strikes out 7 batters. Across those 4 2/3 innings, allows 2 runs, only one of them earned. Walked the first 2 batters he faced, and then did not allow one after that. So all in all, a very strong day for the right-hander. Now, Evan Hollinsworth will look to continue the momentum that he built in his last outing. That last outing, which came in the loss versus Niagara Falls. He went 2 1/3 innings, struck out 4 batters, allowed 0 base runners, had recorded 7 straight outs with those 4 Ks after Walker Glacier couldn't get out of the 3rd inning. Hollinsworth really settled down, allowed the Muckdogs to get back into that game. They did ultimately lose, but Hollinsworth wiped the bad taste out of his mouth from opening day versus Jamestown. Now, he looks to hold the deficit to just 1 run with a runner on second base and the left-hander Bedrosian at the plate. As he finishes his warm-ups, we'll step away for just a second. Big at-bat when we return. Hollinsworth finishes off his warm-up pitches and gets ready to go toe-to-toe with Bryce Bedrosian. First pitch, swing and a miss. Hollinsworth goes with a breaking ball, gets an awkward wave and a hack. So here comes the 0-1. Another swing and a miss. Hollinsworth showing off some filth out there. He's quickly ahead, 0-2. As here comes that 0-2 pitch. It's in the dirt, blocked by Fesh. Count 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 offering from Hollinsworth. That one kicks off the glove of Fesh, but not far enough away for Wilson to advance. The count is 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one, a fly ball into right field. Under it is Vesco. He makes the catch and retires the side. Hollinsworth comes on, keeps that runner at bay. The Ironbacks leave one runner on. They record no hits. And after 4.5 innings of play, it is 2-1 Niagara. As we're on to the bottom of the 5th inning, Hunter Ballantyne is out. A new pitcher on the mound for the Ironbacks. That is the sidewinding left-hander, Ryan Facchini. Standing at 6'2", Facchini. The left-hander, Aiden Bray, is on the mound. My apologies for that. Bray stands at 5'8", so a bit of a difference from Facchini at 6'2". Bray attends Corbin University. He pitched in 2 games this season, started one. Here, he's on in relief to face the left-hander, Blake Ewing, an awkward left-on-left matchup. The way Bray releases the ball, it's tough to pick up. The first pitch to Ewing is a slider outside. It's 1-0. It'll be Ewing, Koppel, and then Ueno here in the bottom of the 5th. That one taken for a ball. It's 2-0. Ewing drew a walk in his only plate appearance of the day. That was back in the 3rd inning. He checks his swing and takes that one, and he's up 3-0. Bray, in those 2 innings, had a 3.5 whip, so had some trouble locating the zone, and he walks first man he sees on 4 pitches. Ewing on first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cameron Koppel now digs into the box. For the Ironbacks, the 3rd baseman Granger is in on the grass anticipating a bunt, and Koppel flashes it, pulls back, and takes strike 1. They're going to pinch run for Blake Ewing. In his stead, it'll be the speedy shortstop, Tyler Castrataro. Castrataro certainly a threat to run with a left-hander on the mound. A little harder to get that read, but if he's a guy that is going to go across, it can make the jump easier. By go across, I mean pick that leg up behind. As Koppel flashes bunt, that one outside once again. And the count is 1-1. Be interesting if they take the bunt off. Can't do that with one strike, of course. Let him take a pitch to steal second, because then you're risking it. As Koppel squares it, but it goes behind home plate. The count 1-2. Expect to see the bunt off. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 on Koppel. He's down, and there's one away. Now, Kanta Ueno comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a hit by pitch. He scored the only run for Batavia thus far. Here he takes one low and away to jump ahead 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. They'll check in on Castrataro at first base. He's back with ease. The 1-0 from Bray now comes to the plate. And it's called strike 1. Ueno, not the biggest fan of the call, but he'll get back in the box. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Ueno. Foul tipped. It's strike 2. One and 2 on Ueno. Bray looks over to first. He'll kick and fire into the plate. Ueno, fly ball into right field. Catch is made for the second out. Now, up to bat, it is the hitman of the game. 0 for 2, looking to get that base knock. It's likely his last shot. Brian Fry, in a left-on-left matchup, tonight's center fielder, has struck out and grounded out in this one. Once again, they'll check in on Castrataro. With 2 outs especially, would be unsurprising to see him off on a pitch here, get himself into a position where a single ties the game. Fry swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. It's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. That one low and away. Fry leaves it and evens things at 1-1. Bray fires over to first. Castrataro back in time. It'll be a 2-1 now on the utility man. Castrataro's off. Fry swings. They have the hit and run dialed up. Castrataro would have swiped second. Fry fouled it to the backstop, and it's 1-2. It's 1-2 on the second-year Muckdog. The pitch. Breaking ball low. 2-2 now on Fry. Pitch on the way. Taken, up and away, and Fry has brought it back to a full count. Castrataro will be off on the pitch. A double will score him with ease with the speed of the shortstop. The 3-2 on its way. Fry takes it for a called strike 3. He thought it was outside, but it clips the corner, and the side is retired. Aiden Bray navigates past the leadoff walk, retires the side, and after 5 innings of play, Niagara leads 2-1.
My favorite candy is Kit Kat, but I eat the chocolate first and then the wafer.
Favorite candy's got to be Reese's Cups. I'm gonna go with Starburst.
My favorite candy is the Nerds Clusters.
My favorite candy, Sour Skittles.
Mike, man.
They're new. They're called peelers. It's like you peel them and inside it's gummy.
Sour gummy worms.
I would definitely have to go with Quit. Big Quit guy. Big chocolate guy.
Favorite candy? Unpopular opinion. 100 grand.
Undisputed champ, 3 Musketeers.
Kit Kat.
Starburst.
Thanks.
She's cookies and cream. It's the best one.
I'm gonna go with Twix.
Favorite candy is probably gummy worms.
Reese's Take 5.
They're a gummy cluster, don't get me right.
Back at it for the 6th inning. There's been a defensive change as Brian Fry is out. Travis Hammond in as the center fielder. Evan Hollinsworth still on the mound. Hollinsworth struck out Phelan to end the 5th inning. He'll face that one. Ball outside to Mador. Phelan was struck out by Papasek, I should say. He struck out Bedrosian in that lefty-lefty matchup. Got him to fly out. As the count is 2-0. Breaking ball outside. It's 3-0 on Mador. Mador, who already drew a walk back in the 1st inning. He came around to score the 3-0 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Mador reaches base for the 2nd time in this ball game. And there's a leadoff runner in the top of the 6th. Now a lefty-lefty matchup as the left-handed hitting right fielder Alex Keene comes up to face Hollinsworth for the first time. He delivers home. That one off the hands of Keene. It's strike one. Oh, 1 pitch on its way. In the dirt low. The count now 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That one on the outside part of the plate. A strike, 1-2. Hollingsworth on 1-2. He looks over to first. Now comes to the plate. Called strike 3. Hollingsworth dots that one down and away. A perfect pitch for the first out of the 6th inning. Brock Granger up. It's another lefty-lefty matchup. Not a surprise why Hollingsworth came in. This is the nice lefty lane. See if he can get the lefties out as the runner goes. The throw from Fesh is not handled. Now going to third is Madera. Madore advances to third on the error. He swipes second, advances to third on the E2. And now, another huge insurance run for Niagara is 90 feet away from scoring as the infield draws in. The pitch from Hollingsworth is in there for a strike. One on the way to Granger. He swings and misses through a breaking ball, and the count 1-2. Hollingsworth now going to be searching hard for a K, as a ball in play very likely leads to a run unless it's right at one of these drawn-in infielders, or it's a pop-up. Here's the 1-2. It's popped up. Charging in on it is Fry. He'll make the catch. Bluffing at third, Madore takes a few steps, but he never was going to go, and there's 2 away. Something that was not properly reported out, and that's my apologies. Brian Fry has moved to left field. Travis Hammond is still in center, but out of the game is Braden Reyna. Hollingsworth delivers that one outside. It's 1-0. That one, a ball. It's 2-0 on Marcus Butts. The catcher ahead in the count 2-0. He doesn't get hit by the pitch. It rolls away, and a run will score on the wild pitch. Madore with great heads-up base running swipes home. It looked like there was a question whether or not that one hit Butts, but they ruled it didn't. And as a result, the Ironbacks are up 3-1. The 3-0 on the way. That one up and away. Ball 4. Butts reaches first with 2 outs. Andrew Bishop comes to the plate. They'll leave in the left-handed reliever for the lefty Bishop, but Coach Grant Bickham will come to the mound to talk things over with the man on the mound. Bishop is 0 for 2 in this contest. Went 1 for 3 in game 1. He swings and misses right there for strike 1. Bishop was initially the extra hitter, but after a defensive change, he slid to first base. Hollinsworth peeks over at first, now comes to the plate. That one line shot into center field. Hammond is right there to make the play. But not before Niagara strikes for 1 run on no hits. Good base running and an error allows the Ironbacks to score, and after 5.5 innings of play, they lead 3-1. A new pitcher into the game here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Niagara. It'll be Eli Thompson. Thompson, a guy who can both pitch and catch. This season with Bismarck State, he posted a .233 average and a .346 ERA on the mound. So far in the PGCBL, he's tossed 2 scoreless innings. First batter he'll face in the bottom of the 6th is Jackson Inman. Inman 0 for 2 so far today. Takes that one for a call, strike 1. 0-1 on the left-hander. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one inside, even at 1 apiece. Here comes the 3-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 on the extra hitter. Thompson Steps off, resets. Here it comes. Fly down the left field line. That one is going to dunk in for a base hit. Inman takes a turn, sticks to first base. He's got a leadoff single in his first hit of today's contest. Justin Espinal looking to stay hot. He's 2 for 2 in this game with an RBI single. He's driven on the lone run today for the Muckdogs. The pitch tapped foul at the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. Espinal lines it. A diving catch. Oh, what a play right there from Andrew Bishop. A brutal, brutal break as that ball probably was going to go foul. But Bishop lays out, catches it right before his bounces. His foot was already on the bag, so nothing for Inman to do. There's nobody on with 2 away now in the bottom of the 6th as Cooper Fesh comes to the plate. Thompson. There's that one low. It's 1-0. The 1-0 on the way to Fesh. He flies that one third base side, out of play. Here comes the 1-1. Fesh, fly ball into left field. That one is caught. A sliding grab there by the left fielder, Hubble. And that retires the side. After 6 innings of play, the Muckdogs trail the Ironbacks 3-1. Remember, fans, that this is the second game of a doubleheader, and therefore we are coming up on the last inning of action. The Muckdogs will try to keep it to a 2-run deficit, and then they'll have a chance for last licks in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the last inning of action in today's contest in just a few moments. New pitcher on the mound for the Muckdogs as we head into the top of the 7th inning. It's the tall right-hander, Irwin's Branch. Branch last pitched on June 1st. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk. That was in the victory against Jamestown. Branch will try to keep this to a 2-run deficit. Remember that last night the Muckdogs were down by 2 runs going into the 9th inning. In a similar spot today. Branch trying to do what Cameron Koppel did to keep him in it. And then they'll hope to scrap back in the bottom of the 7th inning. The final inning of today's doubleheader. As Chase Hubble will lead off for the Ironbacks. The first pitch from Branch is a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch on the way. A heater upstairs. Hubble swings through it late. Branch up 0-2 with the blink of an eye. That one just upstairs. Called a ball. Some people not too happy with that one in the crowd here. Nonetheless, it's 1-2 now on Hubble. That one, fastball upstairs. Count runs even, trying to get him to chase the high cheese. Branch kicks and fires. That one tapped to shortstop. Walker fields, throws to first base in time, and there's one away. Keanu Cowley now comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. He struck out looking back in the 5th inning. Branch goes to a breaking ball. Doesn't get it to quite bite back to that inside corner. It's 1-0. The 1-0 on the way from Branch. Heater. Foul tipped at home plate. It's 1-1. One count on the center fielder, Cowley. Up and away. It's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Branch. Ground ball to third. Fielded. The throw to first base from Koppel is in time. And there are 2 down now in the top of the 7th. 2 up, 2 down versus Irwin's Branch. A nice start to his day. Trying to break up his rhythm. It'll be the second baseman, Caden Wilson. Wilson, as a freshman at Jamestown Community College this year, posted a .302 average. He'll try to produce a base hit or a base runner to give Niagara a chance to extend to their 2-run lead. The 1-0 is on its way. That one up and away. It's 2-0 now. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That one a called strike on the outside corner. 2-1 now on Wilson. 2-1 pitch is outside, and it's 3-1 now. The 3-1 pitch on its way. Low, ball 4, and Wilson reaches with a 2-out walk. Nolan Phelan steps into the box now. Phelan has played in both games, rounding out the order as the 10th batter. All in all, he's 1 for 3. Struck out twice in this one, hit a single in his only plate appearance in the first game. Runner is off. Phelan reaches out and fouls it away. It's 0-1. Wilson turns around and jogs back to first base. Oh, 1 pitch. Fly ball into right center field. Hammond drifts over, makes the play, and retires the side. Irwin's Branch works a scoreless top of the 7th inning. And after 6.5 innings of play, the Muckdogs trail 3-1. They'll have one last shot as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Muckdogs trying to pull off another big comeback walk-off victory in just a few moments. We are back for the bottom of the 7th inning. Reminder that in this doubleheader, this is the Muckdogs' last chance to tie the game. They need 2 to tie, 3 to win. It'll be Travis Hammond, who's in for Braden Reyna, Jacob Vesco, and Caleb Walker trying to get it done. Hammond takes strike 1 from Eli Thompson, who's on for his 2nd inning of work here. Hammond making his first plate appearance in this one. Swings and misses, and he's behind 0-2. Thompson showing off that good breaking ball. Back in game 1, Hammond went 0 for 2, still looking for his first hit of the day. The 0-2 pitch. Called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Hammond, disgusted with the call, did not like that one. There is 1 away now for Jacob Vesco. Vesco drew a walk back in the 4th inning. The Muckdogs have just 4 hits in this one. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. It has not just been the Muckdogs side where the offense has been a bit of a grind. The Ironbacks only have 3 on the day. It's just been a pitcher's duel through and through. Eli Thompson is dotting the outside corner with sliders right now. He's ahead 0-2 once again. Thompson has thrown 14 pitches in 1 1/3 innings. 12 of them have been in the zone. So here's the 0-2. Vesco flares it out to second base. It's fielded. The throw is in time, and the Muckdogs are down to their final out here in the second game of this doubleheader. The last man standing in the way of the Ironbacks' first win in the history of their ball club is Caleb Walker. Walker lined out to first last time up. He'll take a strike one. Eli Thompson is just pounding the zone, dotting sliders. You cannot ask for more from a guy out of the pen. This is tough to hit. Thompson will step off the mound before delivering the 0-1 pitch to Walker. Now he'll kick and fire. That one inside for ball one. 1-1 now. Swing and a miss, an awkward hack there from Walker. And the Muckdogs are down to their final strike in this one. Thompson sets from the windup. He fires. Ball up and away. Walker leaves, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 offering. Grounded foul outside of first, and they'll do it again. The 2-2 on its way. Walker fouls it back. He stays alive. They'll do it once again. Thompson ready again with the 2-2. Comes to the plate, the pitch. Fouled away once again. Caleb Walker resilient in the box. Staying alive, waiting for a fat pitch over the middle that he can rip into the outfield. The 2-2 once again. Breaking ball outside, and the count is full. A professional AB here from Caleb Walker. The Muckdogs not going down without a fight. Thompson with the 3-2. That one fouled away, out of play. Outside of third, and they will do it again. Caleb Walker putting together quite the AB right here. Walker gets on, it'll be Castrataro up to the plate. The pitch, hot shot to second base. It's fielded. The throw to first is in time. And for the first time in team history, the Niagara Ironbacks have won a ball game. They win this one 3-1. They improve to 1-4 on the season. They split the doubleheader. The Muckdogs, with the loss, drop to 4-3 on the young campaign, in what was the biggest pitching duel of the season so far. A season that has had so much offensive firepower. Had just 7 combined hits from both sides today. It was just a difference of 2 errors for the Muckdogs, 0 for the Ironbacks. which decided this contest. The Ironbacks and manager Richard Griffin will celebrate this victory and advance on, looking to keep things rolling. The Muckdogs will try to bounce back. They return to the field Thursday as they'll host Geneva. I've been Nikita Lohman taking you through this coverage of today's doubleheader. If you listened to any of either of these games, thank you very much. I'm signing off.